Hey everyone, Metal Movie Man back again. Again, trying out the name. Tell me what you think of it. But back with my Scream Factory collection. Kind of go through what I have here. Depends on how long the video goes. I might have to cut it into two parts. Because I do everything from my iPhone and since my computer took a shit. And anything over 10 minutes is kind of a pain in the ass to upload. I have to go through other means and that sort of thing. So, but if it's under 10 minutes, I could just do it straight from my phone. So I have to cut it into two parts if it gets too long. But all right, let's get started. So right here, I got the Crown Jewel, the Halloween Complete Collection. Every movie released all in one set, which is something I never thought would happen. It's kind of crazy how Scream Factory was able to talk to all these companies. Because I think, three companies altogether own the rights to them, and got them all together to make one whole set. So they had to talk to Universal for 2 and 3. And then Dimension Miramax for the rest of them. So, kind of cool there. So there's pull the set out here. There's the front. It's the top. It's the back. Got the cool jack-o'-lantern. And then the J card with losing my light. Everything on it. Cool. I don't know if I'm going to really take anything out for that one because there's just so much. But it's pretty much just all the original covers. And as you can hear, ABCD is playing the alphabet song because got my daughter playing with her toys here. So, so if you hear that in the background, that's the music for tonight. So. Next, I have the Nightbreed Collector's Edition, limited edition set. I used to watch this back in the day at my buddy Jesse's house. He had this on VHS, one of his favorite movies, so I'd always watch it. Yeah, nothing's focusing. There we go. This has the director's cut as well as the theatrical cut, which you can only get in this set. Scream Factory had to really work with Warner Brothers to get the rights to be able to put the theatrical out. And this is out of 10,000, so this is numbered. I got 912. Yeah. Oops. And backwards. Next up, we got one of my favorite horror movies of all time. I have to watch this movie every Halloween season just because it has that Halloween vibe, and I love it so much, and that's Stan Winston's Pumpkinhead. I love the monster in this movie. One of the best movie monsters I think ever made. Lance Henriksen was awesome. It's back. The new cover artwork, and then the original poster. And that's what I love about Scream Factory is how you can swap the artwork on the inside and put the original poster and have the new artwork on the outside on the slipcase. That's one of my favorite things about Scream Factory, and that's only if it's a collector's edition. If it's just a standard edition movie that sometimes has alternate art on the other side, but it doesn't have new artwork. It's usually a couple of the original posters. All right, next up, I got Pumpkinhead 2, Blood Wings. Again, a lot of people really don't care for this one, but I really like it a lot. I love the story to it. Kind of makes you feel for Pumpkinhead in this one. Being he was just a boy that was tormented by bullies. And then he came back as Pumpkinhead. But a lot of good horror greats in that one. Next up, I have RoboCop 2 Collector's Edition. kind of funny that it's not really horror, but Scream Factory still put it out. RoboCop is one of my favorite movies of all time as well, probably within the top 10. And call me crazy, but I love the sequels as well, even 3. Which, here is Collector's Edition of RoboCop 3. Directed by Fred Decker. Also did Monster Squad and Night of the Creeps. But I really like 3. I don't know. Everyone hates it because it's PG-13 and whatnot, but I love it. Next up, I have Child's Play. Your first one. Good Andy there with Chucky. Man, the first one, it's creepy, man. It's still creepy. Out of all of them, I think it's the scariest of them all, you know, for sure. You know, they got more comedy towards the end there. But the last 2 movies that came out are pretty good. They're more towards the suspense and scariness. There's original art. Oh, I forgot to do the original art for RoboCop 2 and 3. That's cool. There's not really much to that. Alright, next up we have... I kind of realized I'm kind of moving the camera a lot. Sorry about that, guys. Moving my phone, I should say. Next up is Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight. Love this movie. Billy Zane is awesome. So is William Sadler. And Mrs. Will Smith. She does really, really well in this movie. I loved Tales from the Crypt growing up. I watched all the episodes. I own all of the episodes now on DVD, and to have the movies just as that's awesome. Alright, there's the original cover. See, already at 7 minutes, and I'm only at the first little section of my shelf. Maybe I should speed it up here. Next we have Tales from the Crypt, Bordello of Blood, which is the second in the series. I'm just going to kind of speed it up here, guys. Let's cover there. Also Tales from the Crypt and Vault of Horror that they released in England. Awesome anthology movies. Next up is Sam Raimi's Army of Darkness, also known as The Evil Dead 3. Got Ash there on the cover. There's, how many? So we have the theatrical version, the director's cut, the international cut, and the television version. 4 versions of the movie here, so I think that's the definitive one. Alright, next we have Return of the Living Dead. This is one that when I first saw it, I didn't really care for it. I thought it was kind of dumb the way the zombies talked and asked for brains and stuff. But that was when I was a kid. Now that I've watched it again as an adult, I love it. It's freaking awesome. Probably one of my favorite zombie movies now. Just everything about it. The satire, the funniness, the gore, the characters. I can't believe I didn't like it as a kid. And then we got John Carpenter's The Thing. Which actually, I need to move this over to the John Carpenter section, which will be coming up here shortly. But classic there. As well as Tobe Hooper's Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. That one is probably my favorite. I don't know, Leatherface Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 is pretty good. I kind of like them more than the original. Call me crazy, but they did something different with it. So there's that. I'm getting close to the 10-minute mark, so I think I'm going to stop it here, and then I'll continue on the next video. All right, guys, you have a good night.